Hello and welcome. This is Japan, and I want to do a little bit of a prediction video here for the second week of NXT. I know it's kind of like strange to kind of just do it for the two NXT shows, but I think they're so massive that it's just worth doing a little bit of prediction, and it's just a little bit of fun. I think I'll do a full match review of both episodes together, maybe at like Thursday or Friday, just to give it some time. I think that would be kind of fun. I just wanted to tonight or today just kind of see what happens. So let's go with the card and we'll just pick some winners and losers. So first off, we have the NXT Tag Team Champion match. It's Axiom and Frazier, the champs, versus A Town Down Under. I honestly think this is going to be a match that's going to absolutely cook. Like, Axiom and Frazier don't really ever have bad matches, so with them going against main eventers and showing off, I think this would be the match to do that. I kind of like really don't know what they're gonna do with this match. Like, I would not be surprised if A Town Down Under won. I feel like you want to keep the titles on Axiom Frazier, but they've dropped them already when I didn't think they would drop them either way too. So it's like that could definitely happen, and I feel like we're gonna get something big on this episode. So I'm gonna still go with the champs here. I feel like there's probably a better match to call an upset for that's on this card, but I think the champs stay the champs, and it's going to be probably one of the best matches of the night. I think it's going to be the best, honestly. Next up, we have the North American Championship match: Obafeti versus Tony D'Angelo. I think the way that they built Tony D'Angelo back up after like him leaving, training montage, and all that, I think they're setting him up to take the title off of Obafeti. I think it would be one of those things where like they could say he just had enough to power through, because I think like Obi needs to go towards the main event and start going against Trick. I think that's where the next natural progression of him to go, and I think it's pretty much that it's spot on that this is the path that they should take. So I feel like Tony wins here. I think that's the upset here, that Tony wins. I know there's going to be some title that changes. We saw in the last one that one title changed, one title didn't change. So I'm thinking that's going to be the same formula here, and it will set up Tony D'Angelo as the champion. And I think that's a pretty solid pick right there, because it's like something's gonna change, and I feel like they gotta get that title off of him just so they can do it. I think he's close to the record, so maybe that would be the only way that I'd say he's not gonna do it, but I can't honestly remember if that's the case. I remember hearing something about it, but yeah, I'm going with it. I wouldn't bet my entire life savings on it, but I have a feeling that it's going to be this upset there. Next up, we have the six-woman tag match. It's going to be Bianca, Jade, and Kalani versus Fatal Influence. I think because Fatal Influence won last week, that was like a big thing for them. And you got to think that's a big thing for their faction. They're on both premiere episodes, or like both major episodes with main roster people. Like, they just had that tag match last week, and now they're having a faction, six-woman tag match here. That is really good for them. Like, that's a big vote of confidence for that faction, and I think they take the L here. I think this is probably the guaranteed match that I can like lock. There's no way the tag team champions lose, and I don't think the North American Women's Champion gets pinned. So this is definitely a lock pick. But I do think the match is going to be really good, and I like that Bianca and Jade are down here in NXT. It's cool to see the main roster people go down to NXT. It's like almost like similar. The only other thing I can think of is like baseball, when like a player gets hurt and they end up having to take a rehab assignment down in the minor leagues, and your minor league team is right there. You get to watch it. That's fun to see, because you're getting to see a major league roster guy come down and face other people that you're kind of more aware of. And sometimes they obviously make them look silly because they're pro roster people. So I don't know, I guess that's the best way of describing it, and I could see it kind of being very similar. So with that being said, yep, I definitely think they win. So that's kind of cool. I think that match is going to be pretty fire. And then we get the main event, which is Randy Orton versus Javon Evans. I think this one's also a lock. For sure, Randy's going to win. I don't think we really see anything else happening there, but this match is going to be amazing. I think it's going to really show off what Randy's got left in the tank, and it's going to show a lot. And I think it's going to obviously make Javon look really good, because he doesn't need to win this match to look amazing. He's facing a Hall of Famer, a guaranteed Hall of Famer that probably could possibly win and break the title record of having the most titles. So Yeah, there is no way that this does not look good on Javon. He doesn't have to win it, so I think Randy wins here. I think it's kind of an obvious choice, but I think it's still going to be a good match. I think this card is going to be, I'm going to say, a little bit better than the other one. We'll compare and contrast. Like I said, I'm going to watch this, and maybe Wednesday or Thursday, whenever I have time to film it, I'll do a little tier list on all the matches, and we can rank them from S to D if you guys are interested. And yeah, if you want to hear any other video ideas, throw them in the comments. I have a pretty solid schedule of videos this week, so just look out for them. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys.